Okay, Chiapa's Little Badger in 22 LR or 22 Magnum. They also have the M6 Survival little carbine as well. Brake action, double barrel, 12 gauge, 22, 410, 22. I believe there might be a 22 Magnum version as well. Now, what I'd really like to see is a 22 Magnum or 22 LR rifle on top with the smoothbore 22 rimfire of the same cartridge type beneath it, whether that's 22 LR or 22 Magnum. I like the 22 Magnum version myself, so then that way you can have a little garden gun that can take care of some rats, some snakes, squirrels, or whatever you have in your local vicinity that will be useful around in close quarters, around your little orchard, around your little garden, just around your house, basically. The shot shell from a 22 or 22 Magnum really is only good within about 10 meters, which is 30 feet, maybe a little bit further, maybe 15 meters, 40 feet, or just under 35, 37 feet or something like that. Okay, so it doesn't have a lot of knockdown power, but what it does do is it allows you to shoot around your local vicinity at some pests, at maybe some small rodent sort of stuff, whether it's for dog meat for yourself in a survival situation, or just to stop pests from eating your supplies, eating your crops, or chewing holes through your electrics, hoses, and things like that, So without passing through the animal and ricocheting around or creating more damage than what the rodents actually create if you were using a solid projectile. So, and again, the 22 LR can be shot inside the 22 Magnum. If you get the 22 Magnum case, cut off the rim, you're using the 22 Magnum case as a sleeve to take up room inside the 22 Magnum chamber. You put the 22 LR, subsonic or high velocity or whatever flavor of ammunition you got. That goes inside the sleeve, goes into the 22 Magnum rifle chamber, fires, and it centers it, so you get a better centered bore shot, as well as less chance of the cartridge case bulging, so it makes it safer as well. So that's why I like the 22 Magnum. I believe it's more versatile, and in the smoothbore, although it's not recommended, you can still totally shoot a conventional solid bullet in it. It's not going to blow up. It just won't have any stability. It'll come out and it'll tumble. It'll probably go straight for a meter or two and then start tumbling and keyholing. But if that was an emergency self-defense from a wolf, dog, etc., and you've got two barrels of that, over and under, your powerful round up top, your high velocity round up top, and another one underneath in the smoothbore, you still get two shots, boom, and the bottom shot, it could even be keyholing, so that'll put a lot more energy on the surface, so it'll give you a bigger surface wound. So, and at the same time, you can get better patterns by shooting the smoothbore. So that's kind of my thoughts about the over-under version of like a Little Badger X rifle. No one seems to be doing it, but I like the idea of having the over-under 22 Magnum smoothbore and rifle combination instead of 22 12 gauge shotgun, 22 410, etc. So that would keep the Little Badger nice and compact and light, and then the 22 Magnum ammunition option is nice and light itself, very compact. You can take 500 rounds with you and it won't weigh you down. If you had to walk over the hills and walk into the Never Never, that's something that you've got a lot of ammo to gather food and give yourself a little bit of protection, rather than lugging around, you know, I think it's one brick of 22 Magnum is about 1.5 boxes of 12 gauge ammo. So in the 12 gauge ammo, you're going to have about 35 maximum rounds in total in weight and size, compared to 500 rounds for a 22 Magnum, and it will probably end up being around 700 rounds for a 22 LR. So just a couple of things to think about.